Now it's time to discover your legal issue blind spots by listening to me talk about the
Him.
law on the radio. And today we're talking about Christmas and a little bit about the law, a lot about family tradition and other issues with Shannon Roberta. I was going to
Nailed
say
it.
I was going to say San Antonio.
You
I just
can.
subconsciously I had your Instagram tag
Yeah.
in my mind.
No worries.
Shannon Roberta Salmon, and she's an attorney here in San Antonio, and she likes to talk about the law with me, asking intriguing questions. And so, the first thing I want to talk about is public decorations for
Yeah.
Christmas.
I want to talk about that too.
There's a lot of discussion in the media about it.
Right.
This town has a nativity scene, and
Right.
there's a lawsuit that's filed claiming that it's unconstitutional. And so,
And occasionally I'll get emails or text threads where somebody from my church has gotten all up in arms because they feel like their rights are being infringed. They're not allowed to celebrate Christmas or say Merry Christmas. It's not in style anymore.
right, well, that's another thing. Do you say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays?
I don't say happy holidays. I pray I never offend anyone, but it hasn't been a problem. I say Merry Christmas. And once in a while I'll get someone that says, "Oh, I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm Jewish." "Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have a happy season as well. Bless you."
Right. Well, Hanukkah's right before Christmas, right?
I'm not totally sure on the times because they're different. Hanukkah changes wildly, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
educated enough to follow the lunar calendar and know. I just check every year, when is Hanukkah this year.
Right.
This year it ended right before. So we just a few days ago we did the 8th night. So Hanukkah's over right now, and it was
Okay.
right before Christmas this time.
Yeah. And so I was thinking about Hanukkah, and I just wondered, did Jesus celebrate Hanukkah?
Yeah, I guess we could figure that out.
And I think so, because what do they call that? The celebration of what?
The Festival of Lights. Yeah, that is in the scriptures.
So it was already going on before he was born.
But so what we're celebrating in Hanukkah is when Judah Maccabee kicked out the Greek and Syrian invaders because
Mm-hmm.
they had desecrated the temple, and they were doing sacrifices to their gods.
Okay.
And so the Jewish people were just, mortified. This is worse than death for them, to have this desecration
Right.
in their holy temple. And so they, there was a revolt, and they took over they regained access to their temple, cleaned out all these sacrilegious gods,
Mm-hmm.
and then they wanted to relight their menorah, but they didn't have enough of the holy oil, but then it lasted for 8 days, right?
Oh, okay.
So 8 nights. So that was the miracle. But when was that in relation to Jesus's birth, is the question.
Well, I'm sure we can find out. But I think
Good question.
I think that he probably did.
Why don't we have the viewers and listeners
comment
answer
on
that? Yeah.
Facebook. Just go to Facebook, search for Talk Law Radio, find this live video going on right now,
Yeah.
and post a comment. Let us know what verse we can reference there.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask about gifts, because you and Aaron and your family probably celebrate Hanukkah, and I don't know that much about it, but thank you for that very detailed explanation. It's all gifts are involved, right?
Yes.
And the kids get to open a gift every day, or
I can only speak for what we do. And so obviously I can't speak for all Jewish or interfaith families all across the world. But what we did is they did get a gift every night, all 8 nights, when they were little. And they were a lot easier to buy for then.
Mm-hmm.
A coloring book or some markers,
Right.
so that it was a lot easier. But now we don't do gifts for every night, but we do light the candles every night. So we have the menorah,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a very special holy time. And when the lights are shining, you just concentrate on your family, you concentrate on God, so you're supposed to set everything else aside. We're, we're flexible, we're reform, we don't get very, very strict about it. So it's
Okay.
just a nice time in the glow of the lights. We usually play a game or we'll do puzzles, and
Mm-hmm.
there's special foods that you eat. Everything that you're eating is supposed to be, well, not supposed to be like it's that rigid, but you get the fun of everything's fried in oil. So we do the potato pancakes, the latkes, and there's just something really special and magical about a potato pancake on a night of
Yeah.
Hanukkah. And then sometimes we'll put sour cream, and some people do jelly donuts and just anything that's fried because it's
Okay.
all about the oil. But no, we don't do gifts every night. That'd be quite a lot of gifts.
So I want to ask you, have you heard of the reindeer rule?
Tell me.
Well, when the Supreme Court was analyzing whether it was unconstitutional to have a nativity scene in front of a government building, there was this case, Lynch versus Donnelly, where the justices didn't call it the reindeer rule. That just came later to sort of as a shorthand to talk about what the analysis was, whether the nativity scene was unconstitutional or not. But in this court case, the factors were: are there a presence of secular symbols like Santa Claus, reindeer, Christmas trees next to the
How
nativity scene?
interesting.
And so the court said if you have a display that has other non-religious stuff,
Okay.
then it is more likely to be okay.
Okay.
And so that's why they
Wow.
call it the reindeer rule.
Yeah, throw Frosty the Snowman in there and we're good.
Because they're trying to decide, is this having a nativity display the establishment of religion?
Yes. And I'm so glad that they're asking. I mean, you and I agree on this, that we love our Constitution. So we love that the Establishment Clause is in there.
Yes,
And
I think you can be Christian or Jewish
yeah.
and be a patriot and
Or
support
nothing. You
the
can be nothing.
Constitution.
You're
Yeah,
totally entitled to be an atheist if you like.
right. So I don't think that c- celebrating your religious traditions is always going to be unconstitutional.
Okay.
I think I can be a Christian and a patriot at the same time.
Okay, but
Both and.
Okay, amen, brother. But what if you are the Supreme Court Justice of Alabama? So what does that mean now? Now you're a Christian, but you're in this position where you're also a representative of a branch of our government.
Right. So you still analyze the Constitution, the way that it was written.
Do you want your courthouse to have a Christmas tree in it? Can you have your Bible open on your bench when you're making your decisions?
These are all great questions, Shannon. I would say yes, but I'm not in that position and I don't know what all the rules are. I'm sure that when you go to judge school, they tell you.
They tell you
Yeah,
what to do and what
every
not
new
to do.
justice goes to judge school.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, where they tell you this is what our traditions are. These are
Right.
the rules, because you're not just naturally going to know that stuff.
If you're a coach in a school, can you decide you're going to have a moment of prayer and take a knee every?
I talked about that case. I think it was this year. I'll try and
recent.
reference it in the comments.
Yeah, it felt recent.
I don't remember everything about it.
They basically said he could do it.
Yeah, but I also wanted to bring up the issue about other faiths, like the Jewish faith, whether they can have their symbols next to the nativity scene.
Right.
So, but that wouldn't always happen unless Hanukkah was like during the month of December, right?
Right. I think it is all pretty much December. Oh, that reminds me what I wanted to tell you else about Hanukkah. I don't know for sure if this is true. Like I said, I'm not representing all Jewish people or something like that. Very unqualified to do that. But I have heard from other Jewish people that Hanukkah is actually not a major Jewish holiday. So it's just a pushback because little Jewish children, every year the whole month of December is taken over by Christmas, right? So they
Mm-hmm.
feel like left out. So Hanukkah was made bigger on purpose.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Could be
Well,
true. Again, comments. Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, let us know if you're Jewish. How do you celebrate Hanukkah, and how does it make you feel that Christmas is always in the news, in the media, on TV? You know, the music is constant on every
It starts right
station.
after Halloween now.
Yeah, they just skip right over how that other holiday, Thanksgiving.
The other one, the one in between Halloween and Christmas.
Right.
I wonder if Mark loves Christmas. I bet he does.
So we're going to take a break. We're going to talk about sinners and saints. You're going to love this segment because it's going to be fun. This is Talk Law Radio. We're talking about Christmas and the law. And there's many more laws that we could talk about, but we don't have that much time, as you know. But you can always go to Talk Law Radio if you want to be a guest or if you want to be a sponsor. Go to talklawradio.com. We'll be right back. In the beginning, God had one law: don't eat from the fruit of that tree. Then he gave Moses the 10 Commandments. And now we have municipal, state, and federal lawmakers that won't stop creating new laws, laws that might impact you without you knowing it.
So many laws.
So listen.
You're right, though. I love that I always love that part when you say that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So that's why you listen to Talk Law Radio, so you can find out the hidden legal issue blind spots. But this is the Sinners and Saints segment.
I do. And then the gavel.
That's right. So this is the Sinners and Saints segment, and I like to talk about the sinners and saints because Martin Luther, the famous theologian that nailed his 95 thesis to the church door, said we're all sinners, but we're also saints too because of Jesus. We've been forgiven and absolved. So I like to talk about sinners, people that have done something bad, and saints, people that have done something good. And today, the sinners are going to be the Scrooge and the Grinch.
Okay.
And
Oh, the
so,
Grinch. Oh,
yeah,
but both of those at the end, their hearts got bigger.
exactly. Forgiven and absolved.
Okay.
But let's talk about the bad things that they did.
Okay.
Scrooge was famous for saying, bah humbug,
True.
because he, at least the movies I saw, had Mickey Mouse working on Christmas
Right.
Day.
Yes.
Remember the
Yes.
and
Oh, I was just listening to something that was saying that our versions of Christmas Carol that we've seen are actually really watered down. Like, you know how if you watch VeggieTales, you'll get a very watered down version that kind of doesn't really do justice of the deep richness of what the original Hebrew scriptures. Like if you just watch VeggieTale Jonah, you're not going to get like all of the intricacies of what the brilliant writers were writing in Hebrew, right? But that happened with Christmas Carol. And that it's actually,
I'll have to read it.
I know I need to go back and read it, but I always thought it was just that basic story of, you know, Scrooge bad.
Right.
He gets
Christmas good.
Yeah, he gets yeah, exactly.
Okay, how about the Grinch? I grew up watching the cartoon version,
Right.
and of course the famous song with the famous actor.
Yes, yes, yes.
But then my kids grew up watching the Jim Carrey version,
Yes, brilliantly done.
which was funny.
Yes, but it was I've heard that he went through heck, that it was really torturous.
Wearing that costume.
Yes, that he like that should have killed him. But what a gift he gave us. I mean, I love that movie. I absolutely love it.
And I'm
Brilliant.
glad that you reminded me that there was redemption at the end, because I always just remember them being terrible people.
I love that scene where his heart gets bigger. You know, his
Yeah.
heart actually, like sometimes you can literally feel that. And so I think of that little meme when his heart
Right.
just.
Yeah, you're such a positive person, Shannon.
Ah, thank you. I have a lot of faults too, but yeah, I guess positivity is one of my superpowers.
Forgetting what time the show was supposed to record.
You are so patient with me, by the way. Do your listeners and viewers know that you are an amazing person? Incredibly
they
patient.
do now. Thank you.
Yes.
Pat myself on the back.
Give yourself
for being patient.
Big one.
Actually,
yeah.
I don't take credit for patience. I used to be terribly impatient.
Uh-huh.
But after I had children, I had to pray for patience.
Right. I think you got it.
Because the Lord blessed me with that.
Right. And you give grace. You give a lot of grace.
It did take 18 years for me to learn patience, though.
Yeah.
I'm still learning every day.
I'm glad nothing worse happened. You're not supposed to pray for patience.
I know, because then the Lord gives you
opportunities
to practice it.
Yes.
But that's what I needed to grow and develop as a Christian.
Yeah, good job.
So speaking of Christians, guess who the saints are?
Yeah, tell me.
Jesus.
Okay. Amen.
The reason for the season.
Okay.
Jesus was born on Christmas Day.
And we could have a whole debate about that.
Yeah, I know some people say we don't really know when he was born, but that's when we celebrate his birthday. And so when people like to buy ugly sweaters, I always look for one that says something like, "It's my birthday," and it has a picture of Jesus on it.
Oh, very cool.
I'll post that picture of my office
Loved
party.
it. Yeah. I love that sweater. You know, I saw the greatest t-shirt the other day when I was out doing Christmas shopping, and the back of the t-shirt said, "I'm really sorry that someone misrepresented Jesus to you." Isn't that powerful?
Yeah.
Like I apologize that happened to you.
Yeah. People are always complaining that Christians are hypocrites, but I mean, if you're a really strong Christian, you'll admit that yes, you make mistakes, and you want to be forgiven for that.
Right.
But there's more. I thought for the Jewish people, God would be their saint because they don't have. Well, actually, I think that the Jewish
Moses.
religion, right? There are some, and who else? Elijah.
I don't know much about
Yeah,
Elijah.
now I remember some of the Old
It's
Testament
coming back
scripture.
to you.
Yes, because Jesus took some of his disciples to the mountain, and then there appeared Moses and Elijah, and I forget which disciple said, "Let's build a tent," for them. Sorry, I don't have the Bible memorized.
No, you're fine. They'll just go after you in the comments.
Yeah,
Another hero could be for the Jewish people, anyone who survived the Holocaust, and for coming out of that and keeping the peoples alive.
yeah,
Basically,
amen.
my husband's grandfather would always say that every child that every grandchild was like to the Nazis.
Right,
like
right.
you
Don't
brought
cuss.
I did. This is just it was just like a to the Nazis
Right,
that tried to. I mean, they tried to annihilate the Jewish people. It was a real
right.
thing. My brother-in-law has a T-shirt that says every Jewish holiday summarized. They tried to kill us. We won. Let's eat.
Awesome. Yeah,
It's
great.
cute, right?
And the secular saint is, who do you think? Santa Claus,
Okay.
just because he's put on a pedestal. And there was a real Saint Nicholas, and I used to tell my kids about him. But then there was the Coke commercial back in the 60s, I think, and
Yeah.
that transformed Santa Claus into a popular icon.
Yeah. Did you love Santa Claus when you were a kid?
Yeah, I remember one night, my dad had this tradition of waking my brother and me up out of a deep sleep and making us go use the restroom so we didn't wet the bed.
Every
And
night?
yeah, and so that was just part of our routine. And we walked by the living room, and there's Santa in the red suit,
No way.
with our stockings.
You're kidding me.
No, it was great.
And who was it?
I don't know. Santa Claus.
You still don't know to this day?
No.
Wow. You never asked, like, was that Uncle Bob? Or
No, I didn't ask.
That is fascinating. What a great story.
Yeah, it was. So those are the sinners and the saints. And there's probably more that we forgot. Something that I read in the news that's related to Santa Claus is there's a guy at the airport. Have you read the story?
No, tell me.
He calls himself Black Santa
Okay.
because he's African American, and
Okay.
he dresses up as Santa Claus. And I don't know whether he's making some kind of statement doing that, or whether he just wants to play Santa Claus.
Okay. Do people give him money, or is he
No, I think it's sponsored by the airport. Like, it's
Oh,
like the Santa Claus at the mall, only he's at the airport.
okay.
So I guess you can have your photograph taken with him and tell him what you want for Christmas.
Now I want that. I want that now that you said that.
You want to go see
I want
him?
my picture now with Black Santa. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I did not
Well,
realize until
you
this
might have
moment.
to go right now because he's probably going to be having the day off tomorrow.
Right.
Has
We're
to-
right by the airport. That would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
I
I
don't
should do
know.
that. You want me to tag you if I do that? You know what else I
Yeah.
want? You know what else is on my Christmas list so bad? Is I want the Selena, there's a Selena ornament that's viral right now. They're making it out of felt.
Okay.
Erica Prosper put it on her Instagram, and I'm such a little copycat.
I wonder how you can get that.
It's probably sold out. I mean, I haven't been able to
Who
find
makes
it.
it?
I can't remember her name, but I'll put it in the comments.
Oh, okay. Can you find it on Etsy or Amazon or?
Possibly, but the local one is the one that I want.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
a local
Right.
artist.
It's a little Selena in a purple pantsuit. And I also want all non-criminal immigrants to be released from detention immediately with no criminal record immediately.
Okay.
I want the government to follow the law on immigration.
Those are good things to want.
Thank you.
I can see your passion coming out. Well, just remember this is Talk Law Radio, and we're talking about Christmas because we're recording on December 24th. It's live on Facebook right now. How's it going out there, audience?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and you'll probably hear this episode on the radio this Saturday, December 27th. That's the recorded version. Unfortunately, it's your Christmas is already going to be past.
Yeah.
But you can still think about me and Shannon and how we celebrated our Christmas, which we'll talk about next in the legacy segment. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Marquardt Law Firm sponsors this legacy segment, and attorneys at Marquardt Law Firm focus on business and estate law, including last wills, living trusts, and tax protected inheritance plans. It's all about legacy.
And now it's time for the Talk Law Radio Legacy Spotlight. What's your legacy? Sponsored by Marquardt Law Firm.
Okay, so Shannon, you know I like to talk about legacy. And so for today's legacy segment, I want to talk about our family traditions. But before I get to that, I want to ask you, what percentage of Americans do you think celebrates Christmas?
Oh, wow. Good one.
It's a very high percentage. What would you guess? 88%.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I don't know if they're Christians or Jewish or
Right.
other.
I have a Muslim friend that celebrates Christmas.
They put up a Christmas tree and have presents
in a
and stuff like
secular
that.
way.
Right. Cool. And how much do you spend on presents for your kids? Do you have a budget for that?
No, but we try not to go nuts.
Well, the average is $521 per child.
Okay. That makes sense.
I think my wife probably spends more than that, but
I'm surprised it's not more with what things cost these days.
yes, things are expensive.
That's one game player.
I used to office with this attorney. He was probably twice my age, and he wanted to raise the rent, and I said that's too expensive. And he said, Todd, everything's expensive.
Huh.
That was his answer.
He sounds like a character.
The rent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was he a Scrooge?
No, he was quite pleasant.
Yeah. I bet you treat your employees well. You're not a Scrooge at the office, right? You let them have the heat on Tuesdays.
Yes.
Yeah, an extra bucket of coal.
No, I think I treat them well.
Yeah, you had a nice party, huh?
Yeah, it was fun. We had trivia. We had catered. We had it at the office, which was a little strange, but everybody had fun.
Good.
How many people do you think travel during the holidays?
Oh, goodness gracious.
More than 122 million travelers between December 20th and January 1st.
Do you have people coming in?
No, I don't think so. Most of my family migrated here from New Mexico to Texas.
Nice.
So most of us live here.
Yeah, good.
My brother's going to go visit my dad in Colorado after Christmas.
How nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I saw my dad just a few weeks ago. I went to listen to his Christmas concert. He plays with the community college jazz band.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll be cold for Christmas? It's like
No.
80. You have
Yeah.
viewers from all over the world. I mean, we should probably let them know it's like 80 degrees today.
Well, I wanted to ask you, since you're a native San Antonian,
I think you count as native too. You're a local. You've been here
well,
forever.
I think that it snowed one time
Yeah.
since I've been here.
Yeah.
And I think when I arrived here in 2003, people told me that the last time it snowed was
Right.
like 7 years before that.
Right. Right. And
It's
we
like
remembered it.
every 7 years.
Yeah.
Do you see a pattern there?
I don't know that I can't tell a pattern, but it is very warm this year. This is
It
a
is.
very warm Christmas.
But I kind of like it because if I wanted to go play golf, I could.
It's a beautiful day for golf. It's perfect. We put the
Yeah.
air on. We were hot. We put the AC on at the house.
Yeah. But then our winter really begins in February.
Really?
That's what I've observed.
Okay.
Sometimes it's cold in January, but it fluctuates. So I want to ask you, about your family traditions. I guess snow is not involved,
We go sledding.
but how about Christmas trees? How many Christmas trees do you put up and decorate?
I went a little nuts this year. I had like 3 trees, but I usually don't do that. I don't know what got into me. Usually just
Yeah.
one. What about you?
Well, we have one this year, but there have been times when we had 3.
Uh-huh.
And that's not my favorite part of the holidays.
Uh-huh.
Like getting stuff out of the attic, unpacking boxes,
Right.
and then after Christmas is over, packing the boxes back up and putting everything back in the attic.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm probably not gonna win most joyfully happy Christmas observer holiday spirit guy.
Really? I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
I'm more of the Scrooge Grinch
But you
type.
keep to the true meaning, I would imagine.
Yeah, I
you know.
like to go to church,
Yeah, good for you.
and then that's
We can
about
get a
it.
little distracted. I was out Christmas shopping the other day and I overheard this lady say, "Do you have any bow ties for dogs?" And I thought to myself, we've gone a little off track,
Well,
bow ties for dogs.
I used to buy Lexi a Christmas dress
Oh, that's
every
true.
year,
Yeah.
but she despises wearing clothing.
Yeah.
She says, "I'm not a human. I
Right.
have fur."
Right. Yeah.
And
Makes sense.
she heats up like a
Yeah.
heater.
Yeah. That is so
because it
respectful of you.
gives her so much anxiety to
Good
have
for you.
things touching her
Right,
fur.
right. So don't force her. Let her be.
But she does have a bandana. She
yeah,
can handle
she'll
that.
tolerate that.
Yeah, she does.
Is it Christmas bandana?
It is. And the lady at the beauty shop puts that on her.
Aw.
So we just leave